I heard the movie Hoosiers,
Yeah.
very famous Indiana
Love
basketball movie, right? Gene Hackman,
Let her fly in and out.
Dennis Hopper.
I think that quote to myself every day. 'Cause that's my life.
That's your life. That's your secret.
3, 2, 1. Let her fly in and out. That's
your Ted Lasso.
That's how I manage my hopes.
That's your advice to anybody
one of the
coming
I think
up.
Hoosiers is one of the best sports movies ever made.
So you're not just a person who believes that you miss every shot you don't take, but you also almost make every shot you do take.
I think I would say if I would describe my life as a person and as an artist, it would exactly be that. I've actually never heard it put that's so perfect. I almost make every shot I take. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good epitaph.
I almost make every shot I take. That's exactly right.
Let her fly in or out. John Wells, 1979 to probably 2-3
They're like,
years
how
from now.
was John on that project? They're like, he almost got it.
Yeah, pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, we were surprised how close it got. It's like the guy that shoots it from 3/4 of the court, and it like hits the backboard, and everybody goes, "Oh!" And they're kind of happy because it almost went in, but it still doesn't count. You take a lot of shots and almost make them.
I've done pretty okay for myself.
Yeah,
Not pretty well.
pretty okay. Which
anyways-
fits with your vibe of waking up fine.
I wake up all right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm like, eh.
Did I swish it? No. Did I make it?
Here we go.
But I threw the shot up.
Yeah, I'm not like, I got to go do this shit. You know, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's what's happening. Okay,
Let's
so
go.
in Hoosiers, Dennis Hopper and Gene Hackman apparently was an asshole on the set. He thought the movie was terrible.
Okay.
So he was filming it. He was sitting down next to Dennis Hopper, and he goes, we're going to be out of Hollywood after this. This is just not going to work. So they wrap the set, or wrap the shoot. They go off. He's doing stuff. They come back in to screen the movie before it goes out and premieres. And we sat down, watched the movie, and I looked over at the director and I go, how the fuck did you do that? He's like, it's impossible that this was going to be a good movie.
Well, editing, man.
Yeah, it was. Because it's a great movie.
I think it's got a lot going for it. It's a sports movie. Predominantly white cast.
Until the finals when they beat the all-black team.
Yep. That's a big win for us.
Yeah. They beat, I don't know who they beat. Some nondescript team from Indiana.
Yeah.
What's the best basketball movie? You worked at Blockbuster the same length of time I worked at Blockbuster, about.
Well,
We got Hoosiers.
Hoosiers is one of my personal
We have
faves.
Blue Chips.
Blue Chips
Nick
is great.
Nolte. Shaq.
And then
He Got Game?
Who were the other guys?
He got game.
Who were the other guys in Blue Chips?
I have no idea.
Eric Montrose.
Was he
He's a
in that?
white guy.
Was he like a backup center?
No, he was. You know. Like,
I don't remember.
He Got Game. I think is.
Denzel Washington.
Oh, then you
and
got
Ray Allen. Ray Allen's
then
young.
you got what's the one with
Air Bud. No, that's not one.
with I keep wanting to say Veen Rames, but it's not Veen Rames. With Woody Harrelson and Blade.
Oh, yeah. White Man Can't Jump.
That's a great one.
Yeah, that could have been based on our lives.
White Man, yeah, because one of us was just banging a smoking hot Latina.
Right.
I just will never forget seeing those chichas, dude.
That was
That was
at
the
that
greatest
time, that
thing
was
ever,
the
dude.
best. Rosie Perez. Chef's
Dude.
kiss on those.
Dude, the United Artists at the East Hills Mall in Bakersfield got like $40 out of me going back to see that, just to see them.
That was the Cinema
hoo-has,
19 at the
dude.
time.
Yeah. Hoop Dreams.
So we got Hoop Dreams.
But that's a documentary, so like, do you put that in the same thing?
No.
He Got Game is excellent.
He Got Game's great. White Man Can't Jump. Basketball Diaries.
He's like, God forgives, why can't you? That's my He Got Game quote.
Well, you named him Jesus Shuttlesworth, and if he decides not to forgive you, Jesus doesn't have to.
What a name, dude.
It's a great name. Spike Lee crushed in that movie.
I ran into Spike Lee once.
Really?
Oh, I literally ran into him.
Do tell.
I was crossing the street.
Okay. Where at?
This was in Brooklyn.
All right.
This was right in like Fort Greene area in Brooklyn. He has offices over there,
Okay.
which I didn't know at the time. And I was kind of going through the like cars, like they're parked, but like you kind of cut in the corner. And he was coming across the same thing, and we literally like bumped into each other.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, hey, man, I like your work. He's like, oh, yeah, thanks. He goes off to his thing. Well, it just so happens that like 3 weeks later, they're shooting the television version or the online version of She's Gotta Have It, the series version of that show.
Okay, gotcha.
And my friends Matt and Margaret were shooting at their house.
Oh,
in
that's
Brooklyn.
cool. Very cool.
So, and then Margaret calls me. She goes, "Hey, they want to use one of your." They had a painting of mine, so they're like, "Oh, they want to use your painting in the show." And I was like, "Absolutely."
Do you
great.
have to sign off on those things?
Yeah, I had to sign it.
Oh, that's cool.
Although the show comes out and it's just a foggy thing, it doesn't matter. But so anyway, so they're like, she's like, "Hey, you could come down, you can, hang out." And I was like, "Oh, cool." So I went down and hang out on the set, downstairs, whatever. And then she's like, "Hey, do you want to meet Spike? They're on a break." And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." So I walk up, and it was like the greatest thing in the world because he's like, "Hey!" Like he knew me because he remembered me from us bumping into each other. And I was like, "Yeah, what? Flex, flex, flex." So that was the day that things were a little higher than
That's
just okay.
making a shot.
I made that shot.
You made that shot.
But again, I didn't do anything.
When your skill is involved.
Isn't that wild, though?
Yeah, when your skill is involved, it's not going in.
Now, we're not best friends, me and Spike.
No.
We didn't even really talk. He just said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "I'm good."
Everybody's like,
I love your
have
work.
You met him before? You're like, "Yeah, I've met him a couple times."
Well,
you ran into a lot of people, though. In New York, because they filmed a lot.
physically.
How many people did you physically
Oh, that's my
run
move.
into?
I see Keanu Reeves, I just barrel into him. I'm like, that's how I. That's my starter.
I'll see him again.
That's my starter.
Yeah, it's a long game.
It's a very long con.
Yeah, he just you bump into.
Because if I'm ever at a cocktail party, I'm like, "Hey, do you remember this time
that was
you were in
I
Milwaukee,
remember.
right? And it was snowing, and this random dude like elbowed you in the chest." He's like, "Yeah, I actually do." He's like, "That was me.
I'm the one that did that. Yeah, I broke your clavicle."
That's my icebreaker."
It's also a good way to like meet a celebrity, but pretend like you don't know him at the first. You're like, "Oh, hey, whoa!"
Yeah, it's
like
a little
you're
flexy.
startled.
Well, what it is Spike knows what's up.
Yeah,
but everyone else around and the actors are like, "Oh, who's this guy? He's a person.
He must
all
be
of a sudden,
important."
All this time, a person. I'm like, no. I just randomly ran into this person on the street. It's brother to brother. Brothers, two brothers hanging and talking about stuff.